All right, today we're diving into a story called The City Bungalow and the Village Hut. It's this really fascinating tale about two sisters, two completely different homes, and yeah, two very, very different lives. It's that classic question we all ask ourselves, right? Is the grass really greener on the other side? We've all done it, looked at someone else's life and thought, man, would I be happier over there? Well, this story, it puts that exact idea to the test. So let's meet our main characters. We've got Ria. She's the city sister, living in a big urban society. And then there's Priya, her sister, who lives out in a quiet rural village. Here's the thing though, after they got married, they went their separate ways. For years, their only connection has been their daily phone calls. They've literally never seen each other's homes, not once. So let's dive into this tale of two sisters. It's really about how they're each building this picture of the other's world based on, well, nothing but words and their own imagination. So every single day they're on the phone. Ria's talking about the hustle and bustle, all the conveniences of the city, and Priya's painting this picture of a simple, affordable life in the village. And as they keep talking, you can just feel it. These little seeds of comparison and, yeah, even envy start to grow. And right here, with these daily comparisons, is where that whole grass is greener thing really kicks into high gear. It's setting up this huge clash between what they think the other has, city dreams versus village reality. It all kind of starts with a house. Priya calls Ria super proud and says she's building a brand new home for just 2.5 lakh rupees. Ria is, well, she's stunned. She looks into what a similar house would cost in the city and gets a quote for 20 to 30 lakh rupees. Suddenly, that simple, cheap village life is looking pretty darn good. But hey, this envy, it's a two-way street. One day, while they're on the phone, Priya hears Ria just flick a switch to turn on her water motor. For Ria, it's nothing, a total convenience she doesn't even think about. But for Priya, who has to physically walk to a well in the next village just to get water, well, that sound is like pure magic. And this is where you really see that classic clash of quality versus convenience. Ria's complaining that she spent a fortune on peas only to get them home and find they're full of worms. Ugh. Meanwhile, Priya just casually walks over to her neighbor's farm and gets fresh, perfect vegetables. You can just feel Ria's frustration building. So much for that superior city life, right? And this convenience gap, it's massive. Picture this. Ria's making dessert, realizes she's missing something, no big deal. She just orders it on Blinkit, and poof, it's at her door in 10 minutes. Priya, on the other end of the line, is just floored. For her, getting one ingredient means a whole planned out, time-sucking trip to the market. So Ria's inner monologue starts getting a little bitter. She's thinking, what's the point of this big city bungalow if I'm paying a ton of money for worm-eaten peas? She's got the big house, the instant deliveries, but she's starting to wonder what it's all really worth. And at the exact same time, back in the village, Priya is looking at her half-full bucket of water. She's thinking, my sister has a whole water tank, and here I am having to think about every single bucket. That idea of just having water, not having to count every single drop, feels like the biggest luxury in the world. But you can only talk on the phone for so long. At some point, what you think life is like has to crash into what it's actually like. And that brings us to the next part of the story, walking in another's shoes. And what do you know? The perfect chance comes up. Priya finishes building her new home and invites Ria over for the housewarming party. This is it. Ria is finally going to get to experience that simple, perfect village life she's been dreaming about. Except reality hits, and it hits hard. That fresh country air she imagined? Nope. It's a constant bad smell from a stable right next door. That charming rustic cot? She can't get a wink of sleep on it. And that new house she was so jealous of? Turns out it's a very simple 2-room place. To top it all off, her son, Bitu, is completely miserable. Ria realizes really fast this idyllic life is definitely not for her. Okay, so Ria's had her little reality check. Now, the tables are about to turn. It's time to find out the true price of all that city comfort. So now it's Priya's turn. She's still got these dreams of effortless city life in her head. She travels back with Ria to finally see this magnificent city bungalow she's heard so much about. And believe me, she is ready to be wowed. And at first, she absolutely is. Priya is just in awe. The tiled floors, all the space, the modern gadgets, it's even better than she pictured. Her first thought is, wow, sister, your house is so nice, even better than my new one. It totally confirms what she's always believed. City life is just pure, effortless luxury. But then, a single piece of paper arrives, and it's the one thing that's about to shatter that entire illusion. Yep, it's the monthly electricity bill. 10,000 rupees. Priya is just speechless. It suddenly clicks. All those amazing things she was so envious of, the AC, that water motor, the water heater, the fridge, they all come with this huge hidden price tag, a cost that, for her, would be absolutely crippling. And just like that, in that one moment, her entire perspective flips. That magnificent bungalow now feels like a golden cage. And she just comes right out and says it. My village hut is better than this. The price of all that comfort was just way, way too high. So this whole experience leads both sisters to this really profound realization, a totally new understanding of their own lives, and really what it means to be happy. It's all about where you truly belong. Basically, after finally walking a mile in each other's shoes, all that envy just melts away. Ria realizes she's better suited for her city life, even with its problems. And Priya is more than happy with her village hut, free from all those crazy city expenses. They get it now. They were both exactly where they were supposed to be all along. And you can just picture them on the phone, finally sharing this thought and laughing about how wrong they were. You know, they'd say, maybe we were both trying to be happy in the wrong place. But now it seems we are fine right where we are. They were so busy wanting what the other had, they completely missed that they were already home. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? What illusions are we holding about someone else's greener grass? What are the hidden costs, or maybe even the simple joys that we're completely overlooking in our own lives? It's a pretty powerful question.